You know what? This is a pretty serious blockage you got here.
I think people are reluctant to think that you could come upon the Jesus family tomb. And yet, there's Caiaphas, the priest who had Jesus crucified. His tomb was found by a bulldozer south of Jerusalem a few years ago.
In December of 1990, construction workers uncovered an ancient burial cave from the 1st century. Inside, there were 12 ossuaries. 2 of them bore the name Caiaphas. This one, the most ornate ossuary, has the inscription, Joseph, son of Caiaphas, carved into it twice. Joseph, son of Caiaphas, was the high priest of the temple, who, according to the Gospels, prosecuted Jesus. From his point of view, Jesus was a dangerous false Messiah who was leading the Jewish masses into a confrontation with Israel's rulers in Rome.
The Caiaphas ossuary was found, so it's not as though no famous, you say, well, it couldn't be anybody. No matter what we find, couldn't be anybody important. Why not?
It seems to me there's a double standard. You said that Caiaphas is, in all probability, the high priest who prosecuted Jesus according to the Gospels. Whereas this entire cluster is dismissed, well, this is just common Jewish names. I mean, how are you so convinced that this is the Caiaphas?
You find more ossuaries in that same tomb, less fancy, with the name Caiaphas, not Joseph, son of Caiaphas, but with the name Caiaphas on it. So it's definitely the tomb, as all tombs were, of a clan. This is the tomb of the Caiaphas clan. One of them could have been, should have been, Joseph, son of Caiaphas, the one that we know from the New Testament. And the adornment on the ossuary shows you very clearly that it is of a different standard. So,
the fancy decoration convinces you that this is the Caiaphas?
Caiaphas is not that common name. It's not as common name as Jesus, Joseph, John, or Mary. It is a rare name. It's a name that we know from both Jewish sources and from the New Testament. And it is good in dating and timing for that period, and it could be that one. The fact is that we have never found anywhere else an ossuary with the name Joseph, son of Caiaphas, anywhere else.
On the other hand, you have a whole bunch of unique things. Yosa, which you find in this tomb, and that specific variation of the name you only find in the Gospel of Mark as a brother of Jesus. Only in this tomb, no other, as rare as Caiaphas. In fact, rarer, because in the Caiaphas family tomb, you found several Caiaphases. Yosa appears once, period, out of all the thousands of ossuaries that have been found. Yet nobody says, in all probability, that's probably the brother of Jesus of Nazareth. Nobody does that.
The fact that the probabilities in Caiaphas are very high does not say in all certainty that this is the one. There was no inscription inside saying, I have crucified Jesus. We don't know for 100%. We never know for 100% in archaeology.
But the experts do seem 100% comfortable connecting some ossuaries directly to famous names in the Gospels, as long as they steer clear of the Jesus family. At the 5th station on the Via Dolorosa, the path Jesus walked carrying his cross, we find a dedication to Simon of Cyrene. It is here that there was a moment both historic and intimate between Jesus and a man called Simon. According to the Gospels, Jesus stumbled en route to the crucifixion. And Simon, who was visiting Jerusalem from Cyrene, helped him carry his burden.